where we are, Zicatela. About to watch this little girl go down a slide. Okay, this is the part of the day where the Wi-Fi broke at the house because I could make 10 videos about the internet in Mexico. But you know, you win some, you lose some, you take the good with the bad. And now I'm at a Selena, super loud because there's like a bunch of dudes having brunch with each other and blah blah in the background. But it's good vibes at this bar, and you know, they have huevos a la mexicana, so I think I'll survive. But I'm here to do a little bit of work. And Jeff has taken Luna to the beach to help me out for a couple hours, and then it's errand running time. I'm excited. Back together, but only briefly, because Jeff is now going to go have some adult time now that I've got my work done, and I'm going to take this holy terror and we're going to go back to one of the rings of hell with children, the fabric store. We made a little stop at the ferreteria, or hardware store. I practically live in this. Always need something. Now what? Now what? Nah. Someone's super tired. Luna passed out, which is kind of nice. We're going, Patrocina. We're going into Patrocina again. Mostly because, like, I know in the first video I was like, oh, I don't like crafting, it's not for me. I love this store. We're going in here because Luna's school wants her to bring in a file folder to keep her work, her treasures, her things she makes in school. But they don't have like an Office Depot or anything here, so people like make this stuff for their kids. And I mean, I just wanted to buy a yellow one, but I'm gonna try making one with her today and like try to make it crafty and like be that mom. Candles, plastic, gauze. Full fish out of water here, full on. Okay, I found something. This, it's like sparkle. We could maybe decorate that, make it into a file folder. Really want to just buy it. Okay, that was really overwhelming and I hated it. So now we're at a papeleria where we're gonna try and purchase one. I kid you not, they have homemade ones here, look. What stickers do you want to do?
I just want Duke and Max.
Duke and Max, okay.
Put it on there.
Yeah, put it on. Yeah.
I'm doing it myself.
Are you doing it yourself?
Yeah.
Alright, let's stick this one like that. This is what I call crafting.
No, I just want.
Are we crafting right now?
No.
No.
Because I want a sticker.
Even Luna knows this is some bullshit crafting. Okay, here we are back at home. Luna has gone out and I am going to do something great for the house now. I'm going to show you. You know, we talked about kind of all the things that matter in the house that have to get done. And, you know, the windows and these things were all really important. At this point, though, it is driving me crazy. If you've watched this channel or if you know me at all, then you know that I love to redo a garden. I completely redid the beautiful garden in the home that I lived in Antigua when I was pregnant, which I had to sadly let go. Well, we were in Chiapas. I never did anything because I had a newborn baby, and it was like, you know, I was just trying to survive. But when we came back to Antigua, I totally, with the help of Lucia's green thumb, revitalized that outdoor garden, and now I've enlisted the help of Lalo. You may have seen him in some of our videos. He has a taxi company with his father here, and we use him exclusively all the time. I'll actually leave his number below if anyone's looking for a great taxi company here in Puerto, especially if you want to do tours or get a private car or anything like that. But he and his father are also gardeners, and I have sort of enlisted his help to help me revitalize the house. I'm going to show you now what it looks like. We're going today to Vivero Leslie, which is like a big garden center outside of town, to try and save this backyard. So if you can see behind me, this is the main part. So, I mean, to somebody living out of the country, they're like, oh my God, palapa, trees, grass inside your house, how cool. But for me, this is an area we do not use. It's very hot in the daytime. None of these plants are helping us in any way. I love that frangipani tree. I had a barbecue taken out of there, so there's a big hole there now. These plants that are like basically at every corner here, these are plants that somebody, one, planted because they didn't require much care, and two, they're not really the climate here. These, I think, what we're thinking of doing is having these plants taken out completely. Essentially, almost all the plants that are planted in the ground here need to come out and go into pots. They're almost all potted plants. Look at these plants. What we need here are palms, guys. This is the tropics. Where the frig are the palms? Look at this bougainvillea behind me. Why the hell is that there? It could be up here where the fence is, you know? Almost every plant back here is completely dysfunctional. Look at all these ferns in the ground here. So what people do is they naturally walk from where I'm standing over to there in the palapa. The walkway is supposed to be here, but there's this awful tree in the way, and it's a very small space between here and the pool. So that needs to come out. Oh, this whole mess here, like whatever the F that is, that needs to be removed immediately. And I think I'm actually going to fill this in and make more of a walkway. These are all going to be taken out, and they're going to become hanging plants here. The idea is, you know, one of the things I really learned from being in Bali so many times is that plants can help you. You need to work with nature. Something that frustrates me a lot here is that, you know, the Spaniards came over here and they brought their Spanish bushes and their Spanish ideas, and people are still using them here today, and they don't go at all with this place, and they're not serving anyone. These bushes here, every gardener has come by to be like, well, I can cut your bushes. So they are supposed to be like, you know, square and whatever. I've been letting them grow because, one, they're massive for this walkway. Two, this is Spanish colonial crap. These don't need to be here. This front yard is totally dysfunctional. These could go and be like a beautiful greenery there. We could have avocado trees. We could have lime trees out here. There could be palms along this wall. I mean, it's so incredibly dysfunctional. And, you know, it's clear that the people who lived here before, this wasn't their daily home. This was their vacation home. And so, of course, they wanted, this was all just grass. That walkway happened from the guys that were working here. But I think I'm going to go with it. And, look, what do I need that grass for? Somebody said to me, oh, well, you can get a dog. And I was like, the last thing I want is a dog pissing all over my house. So I think all this needs to come out, and we need to have, like, tall palms and, you know, up in that, I don't know if you can see where the fence is there? Like, that could be filled with hanging plants. Along the pool could have hanging plants. Let me just show you the dysfunction that is the pool. The issue here is that it's hotter than Hades 365 days a year. So these plants could help cool my home. Like out here in the day, this pool gets full sun all day. It is warm in the water. Nobody wants to be in this. No shade at all. This tree behind me here, that needs to be cut. That thing is just, all it does is it just puts leaves in the pool. That's all it does. We just have to clean leaves out. That's the whole function. This along here is so thin, you can't plant anything worth it. I think I'm going to fill it in and put plants along the wall. It's also too thin to put any kind of chair there. This could have a hanging vine. This could have a hanging vine. There could be more shade. I mean, it's been driving me insane not to have all these plants that could go in macetas. I want to say macetas. In pots could all be inside the house. Like, how pretty would this be with a nice big plant right there, like a nice big green palm? You know, what's the point in living in the tropics if you're not gonna have palm trees all around, right? So today we're gonna go and we're gonna start. This is gonna be a process. This will not happen overnight. Like, check back with me next year. But this is the last month of the rainy season, so we are taking our opportunity. You know, the other thing too is, like, all along here, like, we could be planting neem all outside of here to keep mosquitoes away. Neem could be planted throughout this house, citronella, etc. Lavender, all the, you know, like, we could have herbs for cooking. Like, nature is your friend. And it really pisses me off that the Spaniards came here, enslaved a bunch of people, and they're still doing their friggin' gardening. You know? Ugh. Anyway, I'll show you the park across the street from our house. It's incredibly colonial. And you know, very few people go and hang out there because there's not enough shade in the park. And I so wish that they changed it into like a jungle, palm jungle over there. I bet it would be filled all the time with people. Anywho, that's just my 2 cents and my complaints about Spain. But here we go, strap in, this is the end of the video. I think you're gonna like where this goes. So here's another thing, this beautiful door is great, but standing outside of my house, there's no shade. It's like 7,000 degrees. We're gonna look, that door opens for a parking spot, so we're gonna look to put a big palm here because I feel bad. The people that come to my house, they knock on this door and then they just stand here and suffer. They fry. And look, these people across the street, they got the shade down, baby. We need that shade right there. We need it right in front of that door. Lalo's here with his daughter Greta. This is the dysfunctional park. You know, there's a couple of trees here, like we're literally waiting in the only shade. Look at those awful bushes. These guys did it though, they went all the way. Lalo and I think that we can do this quickly because we know what we want. I'm gonna be fast. So we picked out avocado, we picked out some plants for outside, sunny ones. Lalo's gonna come back to my house and clean everything up, and then they're gonna deliver them tomorrow. And he'll plant everything on Saturday. And this is the start. This is how it's gonna start. While Lalo and Greta and I are waiting here for our bill, they brought us some cocos frios. I gotta say, I love service. So good. Play-Doh and cocoa. Hey party people, we have devised a plan, and the plan is the girls are here with me. Lalo has gone home to get his like lawnmower thingy. These guys are just back there watching a little cocoa, doing a little Play-Doh. And he's gonna clean it all up. Tomorrow the plants are gonna come, and it won't be till the next video that you actually get to see the fruits of this labor. But if you like this video, you should like it, share it, you know, click the little bell, get notifications. There's more to come. We're gonna transform this backyard into an oasis. Just you wait and see. That's gonna get better, I promise.